this is New Amsterdam Season 5, Episode 13, aka Part 2 of the series finale, titled, How Can I Help? Let's talk about it.
Live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings, I'm a big fight.
Okay, Ben. I know we've ragged on New Amsterdam so much after the first 2 seasons. And Season 5 really didn't help itself, except for in a couple instances. But I gotta be real, man. And I'm gonna be 100% when I say it. The finale was a banger. Like, the finale gave me everything I could possibly want for New Amsterdam. Had they done the finale, like, had they actually wrote, like, the entire season, or maybe, like, Season 4, possibly even Season 3, like they wrote the finale, we'd probably have another freaking season of New Amsterdam, but we don't. So we just got to live with the greatness of the finale. Now, some people may not like it, but I feel like the finale hit on so many different levels for me personally. Now, I'll save the big reveal, and that'll be my last talking point. But everybody kind of got their happy ending, if we're just being honest. Max is going to Geneva to head up the World Health Organization, you know, to kind of change things and break walls down there, and he's leaving New Amsterdam. Well, that is great. First of all, that is just fantastic. That's something that Max would definitely be great at. Reynolds is with Gabriella, whatever her name is. I can't quite remember. I want to say it's Gabrielle. I think I butchered her name in episode 12 review. But anyway, they're together. She's having family dinner with Floyd, and that was fantastic. They're kissing, so kudos to them. Iggy and Martin are finally back together. Like I said last episode, I was up in the air about it, whether they did or didn't. You know, I was going to be fine either way. But I'm actually kind of happy that they're together. Lauren is with her sister. Her sister finally came to a meeting, and I feel like that's all we needed, man. It feels so good to just have this greatness. And the final episode was dealing with a mysterious case with this woman having HLS. They had to bring Max back in, even though he was done. He was through, and you know he was going to take Luna to, you know, the mermaid parade. He was done, but they had to bring him in because he's the only one that actually had any kind of work with this case, with this kind of case, and done it successfully, which was fantastic. They had to find out what was wrong with this lady. There was an underlying issue, and they had to have 53 doctors to perform the surgery to help this lady, which was fantastic in itself. That was just nice. But we also got to see some familiar faces in the finale, along with the 53 doctors that had to help this lady. Dr. Sheehan and Dr. Cal, which was fan-freaking-tastic, man. Oh my gosh. Like, I know a lot of freaking Season 5 sucked, man. Like I know I done my reviews, and there were some episodes that I really loved, and there were moments of those episodes that I definitely enjoyed. But overall, we know Season 5 sucked. It was rushed, and there was only going to be 13 episodes. But this finale hit different, and I apologize that I'm so late with it, man. I had a lot of other stuff going on, but I am so glad that I sat down and watched it and just got to live in the moment, because this finale was so freaking good. Now, there's going to be some people that probably nitpick about certain things, but the finale was so freaking good, man. And the highlight of the finale, now we see that Luna and Max were you know, they were having some differences, and she was like, I hate New Amsterdam, because, you know, she always thought they was taking her father away from her. We had this medical director walking around the entire time like, hey, I'm the new medical director. What's going on? And I'm going to be 100%. A lot of times I'm not tricked, and I'm not easily fooled when it comes to TV shows or movies or anything like that, because I could see something coming from a mile away. But I was so engrossed what was going on with that lady and her son. You know, Iggy took her son, and he eventually got him to talk. You know, big kudos on Iggy. But I was so engrossed in what was going on in the actual episode. Oh my gosh. There was 2 things, matter of fact. One major thing, and then there was something else I'll talk about later. But I did not see that coming. That was freaking Luna at the ending, and the new medical director walking around speaking all these different languages. Oh my gosh, yes. We've been there forever. We've seen Luna grow up, man. So having her appear at the ending in the finale, and I should have suspected something because we saw a whole bunch of people we didn't know in this hospital anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's everybody we know? Where's all the people that we know and love? Like, where are they? But oh my gosh, it was so fantastic to see Luna step into that role after her father. Now, not directly because she had to grow up, but her father handled that role, and now Luna's in that position as well. That was freaking glorious, man. The writers don't do a lot of things right, especially for season 5. But they hit the nail on the head when they put Luna in that position, and they teased us, man. Like, I didn't know who she was, but like right there at the ending, you had no choice but to realize who she was. When you saw that whole moment, when I knew was when she when Max was walking out of the hospital and she was looking at everybody and it got all emotional and dramatic a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that new chick that's running around, that's Luna. Like, in that moment, I didn't know the entire episode, but in that moment I knew. I was like, okay, that's Luna. Now, the second part that I loved about this episode, I'm still reeling from the very first part, man, which is Luna being the medical director. That's freaking fantastic. But the second part is, in the beginning of this episode, we see Max when he's a little kid, and we see where that "how can I help" came from. It was a doctor helping him about his sister, so that was something that was integrated, one of them, in Max ever since he was little, so that's how he became who he was. And as the episode progressed and we got all these wonderful resolutions with our main characters, we get to see why and how they became who they were. You know what I'm saying? Iggy was just a little kid that everybody dumped their problems on, his mother, his father, his brother, and that's what made him who he is today. Bloom was doing what was she doing? Stocks, and someone died in front of her. That's what made her who she was today. Floyd saw his father being, I don't want to say abusive because I don't think he hit her, but temperamental around his mother, and he put everything back together with the glue. That's what made Floyd who he is today. And we saw Max's story, so it was nice to see how our main characters kind of realized the moment that they wanted to become a doctor and whatnot. We saw Wilder, she was bullied, like, well, how are you gonna be a doctor? You can't hear. And now she's a top surgeon, man. Like, it was freak. Had they done this 2-3 seasons ago, we would have been perfectly fine. We could have had more New Amsterdam. But it's totally fine, man. I'm glad that we ended on a high note and on such a wonderful mountaintop, if you will, man. And I cannot get past the fact that Luna became the medical director. Like I said, the writers don't do a lot of things right, but they done it right there, man. And this finale was fantastic, man. I would highly recommend this show to people. I tell them, all the high hopes that they have for season 1 and 2, that's going to drop drastically for 3 and 4. But for 1 and 2, it's going to be good. And then, like, right there at the ending for season 5, they bring everything back. Seeing Dr. Cal, Dr. Shin, it was perfection, in my opinion, man. This one episode was great. There was one final patient, but this episode was fantastic. Season 5 was rocky all throughout, but this finale just hit different, man. This is your boy, Incredible. Don't forget to smash the like button until you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe. Peace out.
I cannot complain because today, I'm doing my